Imagine being so stupid that you try to meet up with a Category 5 hurricane. Imagine being that stupid. Of course it's a woman.
This influencer booked a vacation to Jamaica right as a Category 5 hurricane was about to hit, filmed herself joking about the storm interrupting her trip, and then got stuck on the island begging people to pray for her safety, because apparently she was really going for that Darwin Award here. Just imagine checking the weather forecast, seeing one of the most powerful hurricanes ever recorded is heading straight for your vacation destination and thinking,
one of the strongest ever recorded? Okay, yeah, she is done. And everyone wishes that she was done for, because she's dumb.
yeah, what a perfect time for a vacation getaway. Honestly, it's kind of wild how things can go from posting carefree cocktail content to being locked in a hotel room waiting for a natural disaster to pass, but that's exactly what happened here. So meet Darwin Award nominee Hannah Grubbs, a travel influencer who goes by Hannah Grace 21 on TikTok, and she's built a following of over 200,000 people across all social media platforms. And here she shares vacation and travel experience content. Because just looking at her past, it seems that Hannah's content before all this was pretty standard travel content. Like,
Okay, so that was not stupid. But then why did she turn stupid? Why? Why would you do that?
nothing particularly wild or controversial, just someone documenting trips and building an audience through it. But in late October of 2025, Hannah made a travel decision that won her an entry of the Influencer Moron Hall of Fame. That's an award I should really start giving out here on this channel. And unlike
Oh please, yes. And make an award show out of it. I will watch it. I will react to it. Gotta be a YouTube video.
a lot of influencer drama that involves something they said or maybe did that gets taken out of context often, this one was pretty straightforward. She literally flew into a hurricane. I don't know how dense you can be, but apparently you can be pretty dense, because on October 24th, 2025, Hannah posted a TikTok showing her and a travel companion
Well, she's a fake blonde, so you know she's dumb.
walking through an airport terminal, and the text of the video was us on our way to Jamaica during a hurricane. I mean, what can go wrong? Now, obviously, this wasn't some surprise storm that meteorologists just missed or a situation where the forecast changed last minute. Hurricane Melissa has been tracked by weather services for over a week at this point, moving from West Africa across the Atlantic Ocean into the Caribbean Sea, where it got infinitely worse. Because between October 25th and 27th, Melissa went from a regular tropical storm to a full-blown Category 5 hurricane with wind speeds hitting 185 miles an hour. Just for reference here, that's the same intensity as Hurricane Katrina, which completely devastated New Orleans and the Gulf Coast back in 2005.
Yes, and back then they said this would be the standard for all hurricanes, and they would be even worse in the future. And nothing happened. Literally nothing happened.
Weather forecasters were calling this an extremely dangerous and life-threatening situation, and Jamaica's prime minister went on record warning people there is no infrastructure in the region that can withstand a Category 5. Evacuation orders were going out, and every news outlet covering the Caribbean was broadcasting warnings about the storm. So there is no way that she didn't know how bad things were going to get. So when Hannah posted that video about heading to Jamaica during that hurricane, she wasn't like discovering this information after she landed. She knew exactly what she was flying into. And after arriving in Jamaica and checking
But I can guarantee you, she didn't know how bad it would be because she's dumb.
into a resort in Negril, Hannah kept the content rolling throughout the weekend as the storm moved closer and closer. And on October 26th, she posted a video that really caught people's attention. And this is how I found out about her as well, because the clip showed her at the resort bar where a bartender was serving her 2 colorful tropical drinks, and she captioned it, "Pretending there's not a Category 5 hurricane about to hit Jamaica." Awesome. Then came another
Am I the only one that getting retard vibes from her? I mean, she's a fake blonde, so yes, I you know, it's always the fake blondes.
one from her hotel balcony where she filmed the weather getting progressively worse in the background and wrote, "Hurricane Melissa out here messing with my vacation." Yeah, man, it's not like you actively flew out to be in a hurricane, but
She's
whatever.
so dumb.
But the vibes of these posts were just so casual, almost like she was dealing with some unexpected rain shower rather than a potentially catastrophic natural disaster that was about to hit the island. And that's where things started to get pretty messy online, because people in Hannah's comment sections were not holding back with their reactions to the whole situation, with a lot of commenters genuinely confused about the decision making that went into this. But beyond just questioning Hannah's personal choices, a lot of the criticism centered around her presence meant for the people actually living and working on the island, with some of them saying, in quote, all the employees with family worrying about them while also helping tourists who are stuck. You'll go home and they'll be stuck picking up the pieces. And that's interesting, because resort employees don't just get to not show up because a hurricane's coming. No, they have jobs. And part of those jobs is taking care of the guests who are staying there. And even those who show up knowing they're going to be there during a Category 5 hurricane.
Imagine that. Imagine. You have to go to work because some stupid people literally came to your place of work to witness the destruction, putting your life in danger on top of their own. Great, isn't it?
But on the flip side, the hotel also let them book, and technically they are paying for the business to operate and thus the wages of everyone there. So it is an interesting catch-22, but either way, saying that Hannah's presence directly put hundreds of workers' lives at risk that week, that might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but saying her trip could make things a little bit more complicated for everyone, that's definitely fair. But either way, she absolutely put her own life at risk and potentially those who would have to rescue her at risk as well. So on October 27th, Hannah posted an update after attending a meeting at the hotel about the hurricane preparations. This time, she wasn't joking around anymore. And here she filmed herself explaining what was happening.
So today they moved everybody to the second floor. So we were on the third. They moved us to the second, and that's where everyone will be. And then this morning they came and put these X's on our glass doors so that if the glass breaks, it will help it, I guess, not shatter completely.
Then on Tuesday, October 28th, the day Hurricane Melissa actually made land.
You would think that would make her think that maybe this wasn't a good idea. But I also don't believe that there's any thinking going on in that head.
Hannah shared an Instagram story with a satellite image of the massive storm and wrote, currently stuck in Jamaica, please say a prayer for Jamaica and all of its people. I mean, at this point, this is just kind of coming across as disaster tourism. But around this time...
Because it is. Because that is exactly what's going on here. I mean, what else is it? Nothing. It is exactly what you said it is.
Hannah also had several of her earlier videos on her Instagram page, specifically everything regarding the Jamaica trip. But I also want to note she didn't delete the videos because we still have the links for them and we can still access them. She just kind of hid them off her feed, which is, you know, kind of strange, but I guess she just didn't want to make it super obvious what she was doing. But while Hannah was dealing with the backlash online and reality was setting in at a resort, Hurricane Melissa was absolutely destroying everything in its path. The storm made landfall near Hope, Jamaica on Tuesday afternoon with sustained winds of 185 miles per hour and wind gusts reaching as high as 220 miles an hour. And just to give you an idea of what that means, Category 5 is literally the highest rating of a hurricane scale, and that starts at 157 miles per hour. So this is way over that threshold. Over 240,000 people lost electricity as the storm hit, and Jamaica opened 800 emergency shelters across the island, and about 6,000 people evacuated their homes to take refuge in them. And as of November 2nd, at least 67 people had passed away because of Hurricane Melissa. 31 of those were in Jamaica, and another 30 was from flooding and landslides in Haiti. So I mean, you would think with a disaster like this, it's easy to understand why joking about ruining your vacation would strike a nerve. Now, it is worth mentioning that Hannah wasn't...
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. I mean, how couldn't I? I mean, we have disaster tourists in Germany. Whenever there are floods, then people would go there and, you know, look at it. But other people were fighting for their homes and being rescued and stuff like that. Yeah, we have that here too.
The only tourist who ended up trapped in Jamaica during this hurricane. Nneka Ehem, who used to be on the Real Housewives of Potomac, she was also stuck there, though she didn't have a connection to Hannah at all. She was there dealing with her own situation. And Nneka posted a video explaining about what happened with the airport, which gives us some pretty helpful context about the situation in the country, because apparently the Jamaican government shut down the Sangster International Airport on Sunday, October 26th, closing all flights departing afternoon that day.
Yeah, because it's dangerous to fly when a hurricane is approaching. I mean, duh.
According to NECA, the weather was still fine at that point, clear skies, calm water, perfect flying conditions, but the airport got shut down anyway as a precautionary measure before the storm arrived. So this actually means that...
Yes, because they have to make preparations that will take time to actually do. People don't know how things work. They think, oh yeah, we are shutting everything down just right now, and then everything is fine. No, people have to do stuff to make things safe so they don't get destroyed just like that. I mean,
even if Hannah arrived and immediately regretted her decision, she couldn't just fly back on the spot. No, she was trapped there until the hurricane was finished. And the airport remained shut down throughout the hurricane and sustained damage that kept it closed even after the storm passed. But that still doesn't really answer the main question that kept coming up, especially around Hannah, because we saw Hannah announce that she was knowingly going there for the hurricane. NECA, I don't know the story there. But with Hannah, why is she doing this? Well, my only guess is just attention. Let's be real. If she wanted a beach getaway, she could have flown out west, because the whole situation started off with her baiting her followers. Like, with what she was doing was trying to get some sort of reaction like, wow, you're crazy for that. But also, this kind of just shines a light on how, controversy and doing things that are very questionable can get you a lot of attention online. And it's very...
Yes. People love looking at stupid people. Have you ever heard of Schadenfreude? My people invented that. It's real and it's great.
Very unfortunate, because in a way it's kind of incentivizing behavior like that, because Hannah's videos about being in Jamaica during a Cat 5 hurricane got exponentially way more attention than any of her normal travel content. Sure, most of that attention was negative, but negative attention still means more people seeing your profile, more followers, and definitely more engagement. And while it's easy to single out Hannah for the specific choice, she's definitely not the first influencer to make questionable decisions in pursuit of content, as we are very familiar with here on this channel. Because I mean, in the traveling realm, just last week we covered Tom ASMR, who traveled to Fukushima solely to film an ASMR video in a nuclear disaster zone. Also, not to mention all the nuisance IRL streamers that we've been covering recently, and also Lord Miles. But that iceberg is honestly so deep that I need a whole separate video just to even explain who that guy is. So as of now, Hannah hasn't put out any detailed statement addressing any of this. She hasn't really directly addressed the criticism about choosing to travel there or why she initially framed everything as an inconvenience for her plans. In fact, I mean, it's been several days since she last posted on her social media, with her most recent update being on October 30th of 2025. Meanwhile, Jamaica is dealing with a very real aftermath of one of the strongest hurricanes to ever hit the island. Because let's be real, flying into a hurricane zone isn't adventurous or bold. It's just objectively distasteful and overall a bad idea, because it just comes across as taking a natural disaster and just trying to make it about yourself. But hey, what do you think? Also, excuse my voice, because I guess I got sick traveling home from Korea, so I've been dealing with a cold and it's not fun, but I'll just tank through it because I want to make another video for you guys tomorrow. Other than that, feel free to subscribe if you're new here, drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one tomorrow, hopefully. Peace. This woman is just dumb. She is just dumb. This here, just dumb. She is just dumb. She did the stupid, and now she has to live with it.